Okay, so it is the third day of our Bible verse. So we're going to practice it a couple times, and then you're going to get the chance to say it by yourself. Are you ready to say it with me? We'll say it slow the first time, and then we'll say it a little bit faster the next two times. Are you ready to get started? All right. Zion heard and was glad. Psalms 97:8. Are you ready to say it a little bit faster this time? Okay. Zion heard and was glad. Psalms 97:8. Last time. Zion heard and was glad. Psalm 97:8. All right, I'm going to say it with my mouth this time and with my hands, but I'm not going to say it with my words. You get to say it with your words. Are you ready? Did you do it? Great job. So yesterday we heard about Karen and Cody. They really wanted to go fishing, but their dad told them that they had to first plant some pumpkin seeds. They decided they didn't want to do the right thing. They wanted to go fishing. So they hid the pumpkin seeds and they went home, and then they went fishing. And they went home and forgot completely about the pumpkin seeds. So they said, we'll do it tomorrow. But then it rained and rained and rained until they completely forgot about the pumpkin seeds. So that's where we are today. So there's one Saturday morning, Karen's sitting at the table and she's practicing her Bible verse. And all of a sudden, she's saying it over and over and over so she can learn it. She realized what the Bible verse meant. She understood its meaning. Now the Bible verse was, be sure your sin will find you out. And she says, ooh, that's talking about me. It says that my lie is going to get found out. And she was really worried. And Karen said, ooh, the pumpkin seeds. Dad's going to find all out about that secret that we've been keeping. So that night, Karen couldn't sleep. She knew she had done something wrong. And she had a really weird dream. She dreamt that her bedroom was full of giant pumpkins, all with these big, grinning faces. And not only were they big and had weird smiles, but the pumpkins were laughing and they were coming closer and closer to her. And she woke up crying because it was a really bad dream. The next morning, Karen told Cody, I need to talk to you. She told him all about the dream, and she said, we need to tell Father. What we did was wrong, and we need to tell the truth. Cody said, yeah, you're right. We'll tell him after lunch. So they agreed that they will tell Dad, but they didn't want to do it right then. So they were having lunch, and Father said, I have an announcement for everyone. So, said, I've decided that Cody and Karen may sell the pumpkins that they grew. They can sell them for 50 cents each, and they can keep the money because they worked so hard on those pumpkins. Now, Karen and Cody, they looked at each other, and they were a little bit red in the face because they were embarrassed. They were kind of worried. And after Dad had made that announcement, they knew what they had done was really wrong. So after lunch, Dad left the table, and Carrie and Cody, they followed him. They said, Dad, I got to tell you something. And they told him all about the seeds and how the Bible verse reminded them that what they did was wrong. And then they said, I'm really, really sorry. Father listened, and he said, I've known the whole time. I've been waiting for you to tell me. Father knew that they would learn a lesson from this. But Karen said, wait, how did you know? Dad said, come with me. I need to show you something. So they followed their dad. They didn't say anything because they were still worried they were in trouble. They didn't say a word as they went the whole way down to the old rotten stump. And when they got there, the stump looked a little bit different. The stump had little vines all over them. Now, they knew they were pumpkin vines, but normally pumpkin vines are thick and healthy and bright green. But these pumpkin vines were thin, and they looked really sick. And they were all over each other. They didn't have enough room to grow. The seeds had grown through the bag, because remember, they put dirt on them. And so the seeds started to grow through the bag. But it wasn't a good place for seeds to grow. So they grew up on the stump, but they weren't good vines. And Dad told them, he said, "You didn't have to tell me what happened, because these vines growing all over the tree stump, that told me the story of what happened." Now, their dad said, "I forgive you, because I can tell you know you did wrong." And Cody and Karen felt much better, because in the end, they told the truth, and their dad had forgiven them. So that made their hearts so much happier. That's kind of like how we are with God. Sometimes if we do something wrong, it can make us feel so bad in our hearts and then in our heads, and we're just saying, "Oh no, what I did was so wrong." But if we go to God and we tell him, "I did something wrong and I'm really sorry," he'll forgive us and he'll make our hearts so happy again.